Today is Easter Sunday, with Christians celebrating the resurrection of Jesus Christ over 2,000 years ago. Timothy Lee takes us to some local Christian communities to witness the final days of Lent leading up to Easter.
Faithful Catholics gathered at St. Teresa's Church in central Kowloon for a Mass on Thursday last week. Every year, the church commemorates the sacrifice of Christ by recalling his final hours before the crucifixion, with one of the most iconic rituals being Maundy, otherwise known as the washing of the feet ritual.
The ritual of the feet is a memory of what Jesus has done just before dying. He was the master of his disciples, and he washed their feet, a work that normally was done by a slave. So this means that we should follow his example, and whatever position, whatever role we have in the society, we should serve others.
The Catholic religion may be familiar to many in the city, but far away from the famous church buildings and tucked away in the industrial corner of Kuntong is Hong Kong's only Coptic church. The church, whose followers mainly consist of Egyptians and Ethiopians, traces its history all the way back to the 1st century AD, when the apostle St. Mark founded the church in the Egyptian city of Alexandria. Today, several hundred of them call Hong Kong home. Father Dawood, the priest in charge of the church, explains some of the key differences in how Easter is celebrated between his church and other churches.
Normally, we pray by Coptic. The Coptic language is the traditional language in our church since we start. The word Coptic is coming from Egypt, so this is the original language in Egypt. We are very traditional churches, so you found our prayer is a little bit longer. Our Lent is 55 days. Other churches maybe only 40 days.
Take holy water.
Father Dawood, who was witness to the religious persecution of his church back in his home country of Egypt, explained how Easter is an exceptional time for his community to remember a core Christian message.
Forgiveness, it's easy to give you peace. If you keep in your heart some hate, you couldn't have peace. The key message for resurrection gives us hope. When we celebrate resurrection, it's meaning let's start or let's renew our hope again.
Here in St. Mark and St. Thomas Coptic Orthodox Church, an icon of the 21 Christian martyrs murdered by Islamic State militants is prominently displayed. In a step towards unity, their sainthood is also recognized by the Catholic Church. Furthermore, this Easter is special as Eastern and Western churches are celebrating it together on the same day. Timothy Lee, TVB News.